Hey everyone, happy St. Patrick's Day. It is Tracy coming to you live from Golden Dog Adventure Company. And we had some beautiful weather today. There's more beautiful weather coming tomorrow, so I hope you are able to get out and enjoy it before the rain comes on Saturday. So, as promised, tonight I'm coming to you live with information on our brand new membership packages for 2022. We have a lot of new fun events and additives and perks, and it's just all jam packed full of all kinds of goodness. So I wanted to share that with you. Share that with you tonight. I'm going to go through all the packages. I'm going to go through the costs. If you have any questions at all, feel free to chat them to me here during the live broadcast. If you're watching on the replay, feel free to tag me and give me your questions, because once the club opens, I'll actually be going live all of next week as well until the club closes at the end of the month, answering your questions and making sure you have all the information that you need to make an informed decision about membership. So let's jump right into it here, and I will share with you what is coming up. All right, so first off, this is our biggest package. This is like the Mack Daddy package, and this is the one that's jam-packed with all the great stuff. So if you have been with us for a while, you might be familiar with some of these different types of events that we offer, such as pop-up adventures, official events, pack adventures, member-only events, member-only info sessions. And I'm going to go through all of these in detail as we get more into the presentation here. We've got our Ask the Veterinarian presentation series, our Reactive Dog Support Group, our pop-up talks, the 10 units of our PAWS curriculum. You get $10 off special event fees, 15% off company discount in company store, admission for 2 children up to age 18, first access to limited event tickets, member-only Facebook group, voting privilege, and so forth and so on. So this, like I said, is the Mack Daddy. This is the biggest one of our packages. It has the most benefits and it has the most bonuses, which I'm going to go through with you here. So just breaking down the events for you. So our official events are the ones that we roll out once a month. They're hosted by our featured experts. And it's the one where if you attend 6 in a calendar year, you earn one of our t-shirts. Pop-up adventures are things like our walks, our hikes, our hikes and hops, our wine and wags, our mutts and meads, our beach walks. There's a number of different events that fall under the pop-up adventures. Our pack adventures happen during the week. Sometimes they're a little bit smaller, so it's a great time for you to try us for the first time, or if you have a reactive dog, to come and try a smaller group setting, make yourself feel a little more comfortable. We do several nature walks with Kelly Dwyer of Nature Education Opportunities. Those are continuing this year. Special events like our Easter egg, Doggy Easter egg hunt coming up in April, our maple sugaring experience coming up at the end of this month, Doggy Olympics, St. Patrick's Day celebration. We do dozens of special events every year, kind of fun, unique, get together things, our scavenger hunt at the mall, all kinds of interesting things that you wouldn't necessarily think of doing with your dog. We've been doing online events like craft classes. We do doggy socials at the Friendly Pets Dog Park here in Lee. Monthly mountain hikes, we'll be doing more of those. Walks over 4 miles. When we did our surveys at the end of the year, we had members tell us that they would like to do some longer hikes. We're going to be doing those. Social walks are new this year. Monthly reactive dog support groups. That's why I'm coming to you a little bit later tonight, because I just finished up one in the last hour, which was very productive. A great group of people sharing. We're also going to be doing the Bark Ranger program with the National Park Service. So that's new this year as well. Day-long adventures. What's not on here actually is a camping trip as well. We are exploring some options with some local campgrounds to see what we can put together. We've got some multiple stop tours, geocaching, more dog training and enrichment events. Lots of great stuff coming up. So what we did in 2021, we actually had 75 in-person events and 35 online events. This year, we expect to double our in-person events for 150 and almost double our online events for a total of 60. So we've hired 5 new adventure guides, and we continue to expand. So we're able to offer more events happening at the same time, but in different locations. So you'll notice in April, you will start to have back-to-back events, but they'll be in different locations. So essentially, you could attend one in the morning if you wanted, and you could attend another in a different part of the state in the afternoon, and really maximize your membership. But you'll see quite a bit of growth coming this year. So our pause curriculum is new. That's something that rolled out in February, and it consists of 10 different units on 10 different topics that rotate and cycle throughout the year. So we talk about the membership. We are currently on our nutrition unit. We go over inside and outside environment of environmental hazards, socialization and behavior, enrichment, both physical and mental, wellness and preventative care, health issues, dog owner well-being, which is so very important, something that we talked about in the reactive dog support group that I did earlier tonight, emergency planning, and then the last unit is member choice. So what happens is the curriculum starts in February. January is a planning month, so there's not a lot that happens with the club except for members. We do have some member events. December is different because of the holidays. We do some different things. So the curriculum runs February to November, and then it recycles again. So for instance, if you came in on this month, you would be at the tail end of the nutrition unit, and then you'd go through 10 months with December and January as a skip, but then you'd finish up next February and March. So you get a full 10 months of the curriculum. It just rotates and cycles as new members come in and out of the membership. So our second package, and we actually have a total of 5 I'm going to tell you about tonight. So our second package is our adventure only package. We were asked this year if we could divide out the different things that we do, because some people want everything. They want the adventures, they want the education. Some people just want the adventure, and then other people just want the education because maybe they're not in our geography and it's difficult for them to get here, but they still wanted to benefit from the education. So with the adventure only package, you will get all of the different in-person events that I mentioned, the pop-up adventures, the official events, the pack adventures, the member only events. You also would receive $10 off of special event fees. And that is not only for you, that is up to 3 additional people, friends, family members, whomever, when you're buying those tickets. And you would get second access to limited event tickets. So for instance, the Doggy Easter egg hunt tickets just rolled out. They rolled out to members for first access. They roll out to the community tomorrow. And what will happen is our members who have the adventure and education package will have first access to those limited tickets. And then adventure only members will have second access. And then the community will have third access. It's just a way that we prioritize who's able to get them based on their investment in the membership. So that's something new that we're doing this year as well. So that's the adventure only package. And then there's the education only package, as I mentioned. So that's all the online events that we do, anything that involves education, which is our member only info session each month with our featured experts, our Ask the Veterinarian series, our reactive dog support groups, of which we're running 2 right now. And as that interest increases, we will bring more reactive dog support groups online. They are limited to 10 individuals, so there's lots of opportunity for sharing. We do pop-up talks, roughly 1 to 3 a month, 10 units of our pause curriculum that I mentioned, and then our Facebook support group as well. And one thing that I wanted to mention here, actually, so the pricing that's coming up, which I'll be sharing with you shortly here. So the number of events that you see listed here. So for instance, pop-up adventures, 2 to 3 a month, official club events, 1 a month, pack adventures, roughly 20 a year. So that's based on last year's numbers. This actually adds up to roughly 75 events. And we're looking to double our events this year. We're actually on track for that. So our pricing is based on the number of events we rolled out last year, not the doubling of events this year. So as we get to the pricing, you'll see that as I show you the average cost here, it really, well, I'll explain to you when I get there because I don't want to confuse you. There's a country club example that I want to give you. It'll probably make more sense when I get there. All right, so we talked about the education one, and then the last two packages that we offer is you have the choice of paying as you go, which is limited access to tickets, and also our punch card. So let me just explain the difference between these. So pay as you go is basically that's the full retail price that you would see on our website. Events range really anywhere from $15 to $50+, just depending on the event. And it's limited access to tickets. So for instance, as I mentioned, so the full membership, the adventure and education, if you pick both those packages, you get first access to those limited tickets as well, like the doggy Easter egg hunt. Activity only, or excuse me, adventure only members get second access, and then they go to the community. So if you do pay as you go, you would have access, you'd have third access to those special event tickets. And then the punch card, which is sold in our store, is $125 for 10 events, and it gives you access to pop-up adventures and pack adventures. Also, you'd have that limited access to tickets as they are available. So again, we'll get more into that as we get into it here. And if you guys have questions as I'm going along too, feel free to pop them in the chat, as I mentioned. So that was a lot. That's a lot of information, and I'm going to try to break it down for you a little bit more here as I get into the investment in the membership. So first off, I want to tell you about memberships that are similar. So obviously, when you're building and scaling a business, you like to look at your competition. One of the things that we found, though, is that there's really no one anywhere near us, not really even in the United States, doing this the way that we're doing it. There's smaller organizations with kind of smaller groupings of something similar, but not really quite what we're doing. So we had to go out there and we had to look and say, okay, what kind of organizations are similar to ours in the fact that they're competing for the same dollars from our target market? And this is what we found. So places like the Nipple Lake Golf Course or any country club, they charge roughly $1,250 a year. Then you've got your health clubs. People might be familiar with the Works in Somersworth. It's one of the bigger ones around here. They charge $804 a year plus a $150 enrollment fee. There's a tennis club in Madbury. They charge $1,100 a year to be a member. And then there's several yacht clubs around, but the one in Portsmouth actually charges $750 a year. So that kind of gives you a sense of where our pricing is going to run for this next year based on the packages that we're rolling out. So going back to our adventure and education membership, which is our biggest one, as I mentioned, this is a value of $2,030 a year if you were to buy it at full retail. So the pricing this year for this package, or I shouldn't say this year, this club opening is $740 one-time payment or 12 monthly payments of $74. We did get requests from people to break that down into a payment plan. So we have rolled that out. However, if you do decide you like this package and it's right for you and you want to save money, the one-time payment of $740 is actually giving you 2 months for free, so that your monthly average is actually only $61.67 a month. So $74 a month or $740 gives you 2 months free and comes out with a better value. So that's the big Mack Daddy package there. So then as we break it down into the different ones. Oh, and actually, before we go there, I wanted to mention that we are rolling out some bonuses as well. If you decide to purchase the Adventure and Education membership, choosing the one-time payment of $740, we're going to throw in a couple bonuses here. So first, we have 25% off an adventure-only membership for significant other. So this is replacing our family packages that we've rolled out in the past, which were a little bit confusing and clunky to people. So what we decided to do is if you purchase the full package, you can have the option. We would actually give you a code in your welcome email that you could go on and you could purchase the adventure-only membership at a 25% discount. And then that person, that significant other, would be able to be a part of the education package with you. So essentially, they're paying a reduced fee for the adventure package, and they're getting the education package for free. Also, you get a welcome package from us, which includes a $50 credit to spend in our eco-friendly human and dog apparel store, which is rolling out in April. Plus, you would get 4 guest passes. You could bring friends, family members to our pop-up adventures or our pack adventures, and then you get a cool member decal to put on your car if you want. Also, you would get our favorite places to take your dog swimming this summer list. It is a highly coveted list that we don't share. We are only offering it for one of these bonuses. We do take people, our participants, our members on trips there throughout the year, but we don't share these locations any other time of the year because, well, everybody would show up there. So we keep it a secret. All right. So our second package, the adventure only, which is a value of $1,120 a year. Again, if someone were to buy this at full retail, this is 12 monthly payments of $47 or one-time payment of $470. So again, if you choose the one-time payment, you get 2 months free, which ends up being $39.17 a month versus the $47 a month. So a little bit of a savings there. And then the education package, as I mentioned, is a value of $710 a year if purchased at full retail. You can also pay for that one in 12 monthly payments of $37 or a one-time payment of $370. Again, getting you those 2 months for free, breaking it down to $30.83 a month. So a little bit of a reduction there if you do the one-time payment. All right, and so then the last two, the pay-as-you-go, that would be full retail, as I mentioned. It ranges anywhere from $15 to $50+ per event, and you do have limited access to tickets. One of the things that we're finding too, as we grow, we are offering more member-only events. So, for instance, in 2021, 2020, we didn't have any member-only events. In 2021, we had a few member-only events. And then this year, we'll probably average about one member-only event a month. And that is the way we're trying to balance the demand for our events. We want to make sure that we're taking care of our members and giving them ample opportunities to get out and have those smaller controlled events that they are asking for and that they like. So what we're finding is that less and less of our events are making it to the community. So as we grow, I know that we will find that there'll be more member-only events and there'll be less community events. And you'll start to see that shift. So if you're in the community and you say, hey, I'm not seeing as many events as I used to, it's because we've shifted them to members only just to keep the balance and our numbers manageable. So again, if you decided to do the punch card, 30 cents in an event, a little bit of a savings if an investment in one of the other 3 memberships isn't quite for you. And that gets you the pop-up adventures and the pack adventures, but again, limited access to tickets. So just breaking it down here, so you've got the adventure and education membership at $740 a year, the adventure only for $470 a year, or the education only for average cost breaking down below. So obviously the bigger package, the savings are greater as they're spread out over the events, averaging about $6 to $8 on our regular events, which are like the pop-up adventures, the official events, the pack adventures. With the adventure only package, it averages between $8 and $12. And the education only package averages between 10 and 12. So you can see in the long run, these packages are still more of a value than the punch card. But it just depends on how many events you think you might attend, what kind of support that you need from our partners and from members. Then you can decide. And so this is where I wanted to tell you the little story. So where I have the more events you attend, the more money you save. So it's similar to what some country clubs do. So for instance, my dad used to always do this. So he would be a member. He was a member of Nipple Lake Golf Club. Golf course, and you would pay a member rate, which I think was $1,250. I told you, you'd pay that rate, and then you'd average out your break-even cost say it was 100, however 100 times you needed to go to the course to break even on what you paid. So he would always try to go over that number so that essentially he was getting events for free. So basically, we have set it up in such a way that the more events that you go to, the greater your cost savings. So you could go to 1, 2, 3 events a month, or if we're rolling out 150 in a year, you could do 3 or 5 a month, and you can see that your cost savings is going to be stretched all that much more. So really, I would put it to you. I mean, granted, we have over 100 people on our waiting list. So if you are considering which package is the best for you, just think to yourself, how much do you anticipate participating in the adventures, in the education, and then that'll give you a better sense of what package might work best for you. So I want to see here if anybody has some questions. So we've got, let's see, Sandra looks like she has a question here. So she says, no further discount for single people, not guest passes. So these rates are actually the I guess what you would call a single member rate. The family rate is where you would get the discount off of the one of the packages if you purchased the big one. So so there's no additional discounts at this time. So we have priced ourselves very competitively. It is a lot of work has gone, and a lot of thought, and actually a focus group of current members was put together to come up with this pricing, to come up with the offerings. It's tricky when you don't have competition to look at to see what other people are doing. Indirectly, we're looking at competitors that compete for our market's dollars, and we're relying on the feedback, the surveys, the information we get back from our members on what they like, what they'd like to see changed, what they'd like to see offered, and that's how we put our packages together and the costs that we put together. So, I encourage your questions. I know this was a lot of information. It's a lot of big changes over last year as well, but we put a lot of work, hours and hours of research into making sure these events are safe, welcoming, inclusive. We work with our venues to have special setups for reactive dogs. We go to venues ahead of time and parking lots and trailheads to research things to make sure that it is going to be safe. So there's a lot that our team has to do. Our team is highly trained as well. They're all pet first aid, CPR certified, and human first aid, CPR certified. They have ongoing dog training, handling skills. There's just a lot that we've had to put together. And, I've had to think very carefully about this pricing as I roll it out. Initially, we thought that our rates would be a little over $1,000 when we rolled out this year, but we did decide to scale back and just be a little bit more cost effective and see how that resonates with people. So I'm open to your thoughts and feedback. Michelle, I appreciate your kind words. I know you've been a member for a while, and you were also in that focus group. So we appreciate everything that you've done to help us get to this point with understanding, what members want. I mean, that's the biggest thing that we try to accomplish. So the other thing, guys, lastly, is I know that we said the club was going to be open on the 20th, but we were actually able to open it sooner. It is open now. And you can go to goldendognh.com, which is our brand new membership page. And it will break down all of the benefits and all the great stuff that you get. There's so much research that we've done to make sure our pause curriculum is what people need and what people will value. And, the pause curriculum is an ongoing relationship that we have with dog trainers and canine fitness experts and veterinarians throughout the state to put this different curriculum together. We have some fantastic speakers that come every month to our membership. Those the members we have now, those events are included in their membership package. It is full retail for non-members. But lots more really fun programs coming up too. I'm really excited to roll out some of the really new and unique things that we've been testing that we hope that will be well received this year. So I'll just give you a sneak peek too at what the website looks like. It is brand new here. This will take you through all of the new stuff that we are offering. There's a little section here too if you are the owner of a reactive dog and you have any concerns about if this is right for you. This section right here will speak to you and answer some of your questions and provide some additional resources. But it'll go through all of the benefits. It give you testimonials, the pricing, the breakdowns, the different packages. Oh, Michelle, there you are right there with Fenway. More testimonials from our members who have been with us for a while. It'll break down all the different units in the PAWS curriculum for you so you can see everything that you're getting. And there's a lot of great information there. And then it will go through all that you get in that adventure and education membership that I mentioned. It'll talk to you about the bonuses that we're offering during this time as well. It'll answer frequently asked questions. And then it will give you a little bit more information as well. So, one of the biggest things that we heard from people who did not purchase membership last year is that they just didn't really understand what they were getting for their money. So we worked really hard to focus on all that we understood about our target market and what you have told us over the years that you need, your internal struggles, your external struggles. And we've really worked hard to put together not only very thoughtful events and activities, but a curriculum that hopefully is eye-opening and will be valuable to you. I know that the feedback for the nutrition unit that we're doing this month has been really, really good. A lot of people going down the rabbit hole and learning quite a bit about their dog food as we and their dog treats and where they're made and where they're sourced as we talk about everything that's involved with nutrition and all the fears and all the recalls and everything going on there. So that is what I have for you. I know there will be questions and I know there will be pushback. I anticipate it as, with any big changes that happen with a company. This is a big change for us. I know it's a big change for you. So I appreciate your constructive criticism and your questions. Bring it on. I'm here to answer them for you, and I will justify for you why we have made the decisions that we have made. So thanks for sticking with me tonight. I hope you guys have a great rest of your St. Patrick's Day. Enjoy the weather tomorrow, and I hope we'll see you at one of our great events coming up this weekend. All right, everyone, have a great night. Bye.